All right. Okay, I want to use this opportunity to officially welcome you to the Ultimate Excel webinar. Ultimate Excel webinar. So, what we're going to be talking about in today's webinar is Master Excel. The very first thing that I put here is Master Excel. That is having the skill. You need to have the skill first, right? You need to have the skill first. Then unlock opportunity and build income, right? Having the skill is not just having the skill is actually not much of a problem because you can learn the skill from anybody. You can learn it from anywhere, right? So you need to master the skill, right? The next thing is you need to use it to make money, right? Because the benefit of learning the skill is just to make money, right? How many of us just want to learn? Who is writing on my screen? Someone is writing on my screen. So let me just clear it. Okay, so like I said, the purpose of learning a skill is actually to make money with it. Whether you want to use it to work for corporate organization or you want to use it for other things, right? But the main purpose of learning a skill is to make money with it. So today we're going to talk about how to learn the skill and how to make money with it, the various ways you make money with it. But the very first part, this class is going to be in four different sections. The very first section is the theoretical aspect of mastering Excel, right? Knowing everything about Excel, what you need to know about Excel, key terminologies about Excel, talking about data analysis, what is data analysis, type of data analysis, tools used by data analysts, right? All those things are what we are going to talk about in the theoretical aspect, right? And we are going to be chipping in some practical, small, right? Then after that, we'll go into monetizing your skill. Now you have the skill. How do you make money with it? Monetizing your skill, right? That is the second part. Then the third phase is we are going to go into practical skills that people are paying for. So I'm going to show you some requests from people, right, to do some work on Excel. And I'm going to practicalize it, how we work on that project. We are going to talk about forecasting today. People are paying a lot of money for forecasting, right? And you can actually use Excel to do forecasting. So we are going to do that in the practical section. People are also paying for data visualization, right? How do you visualize with Excel? And I'm going to show you that, right? I'm going to show you various ways, the requirements, right? And also the technical aspect of it. So then after that, I'll go into the question and answer section, right? Where I will allow you to unmute, then we can interact. So here I just said excel your way into the digital economy. All right. So let's just get started without wasting much of our time. Network is killing me. Sorry. So who is this guy? Who is this person speaking with you, right? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Right? This is me right here. As you can see on your screen, this is me right here. My name is Sani Akim Abiodun. I don't have too much BS there, but here I have a lot of BS, right? Not so much, but it's different, right? I can remember when I first started freelancing, that was when I took this picture when we went for a conference. Well, I love this picture since then, and a lot of people have been telling me, change this picture, but I just said, nah, I want to be using that picture. So about the host, about myself, right? I'm a computer instructor. I train people every single day, right? I train people in a whole lot of other things, right? In data analysis, ranging from basic to advanced Excel, VBA, Visual Basic for application, macros, right? Power BI, Power Query, SQL, right? Python, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow, right? R programming. I train people on that. That is data analysis and data science, right? Then I'm also a digital marketer. I train people on digital marketing too, and I sell my product using digital marketing. Like I run Facebook ads very well. So I know how to run Facebook ads very well, right? I can run Facebook ads very well. Then I can build landing pages myself. I don't have to pay anybody. And also I can design my flyer. So I have everything that I need. I don't need to pay anybody to do anything for me. I can build my website with content management system that I will use to run adverts, right? And most importantly, I'm also a freelancer, right? I freelance on Upwork, most especially Upwork. I use Fiverr sometimes, not actually every time, but majorly I focus more on Upwork, right? So now let's talk with my organization. So I'm a partner at Digital World Tech Academy, right? I work with Digital World Tech Academy. And at Digital World Tech Academy, We've been able to train more than 15,000 students last year, both online and offline, right? We train people and organizations on different tech courses, ranging from data analysis, digital marketing, cybersecurity, web design and web development, right? DevOps, cloud computing, anything that you want to learn in tech, we are here to help. And in 2024, we were able to train over 3,000 students physically and more than 10,000 students online. So we offer online training, just like this one that you're in now. And we also train organization. That's a little bit about me, right? So let's move forward to the organization. So if you're looking for me here, like there was a day I was training someone and I was using this picture as my desktop wallpaper, right? And the person was like, Akim, where are you? Where are you in this picture? So if you're looking for me here, this is me right here with my face cap and my teeth, right? I love to smile. Not every time. If work is not choking me, because a lot of works, right? So if work is not choking me, right, so I can smile. But yesterday I worked from like morning till evening. I was building a VBA project for an organization, right? I work from morning till evening. So this is also to tell you that if you are lazy, don't even bother to come into freelancing space or into tech space. If you are lazy, don't bother, right? Don't actually bother to come into that. Because a lot of days whereby you get a project whereby it's going to take you 5 hours to finish, 6 hours to finish, right? So if you are lazy, don't bother to come into it. There is money in tech, right? If you can do the work, right? There is freedom, right? Which means you can work anywhere you are, but you need to actually get the work done. So if you are lazy, don't bother to actually come into that. So about the Institute, Digital World is an online and physical learning platform with the aim of making the tech skill affordable and accessible for everyone in general. And our mission is to make computer education very accessible and affordable to Nigerian and Africa in general. All right, that is that about it. We are going to talk more about Digital World later. Okay, let's get into the business of the day. Let's get into the business of the day. Are we all ready? Let me know if you all are ready. If you are ready, say I am ready. If you are ready now, say I am ready. Let me know if you are ready. How many of us are ready? If you are ready, just say I am ready. I have just one person, 2, 3. Okay. Let me know. Okay, that is good. We are all ready to go. Wake up. So I need you to get 2 things ready for me. Get yourself a pen and a jotter, and also a bottle of water. I actually have 2 here. I almost finished this one. I take water every time, right? Especially when I'm working. I'm always in my water. So if you don't have water, just send me a DM. I have virtual water for everybody. I can send it to you. You actually receive it within a minute. If you need virtual water, just send me a DM. All right. So what exactly is data analysis? Before we actually go into Excel, right? So how do we link Excel to data analysis? So we are going to talk about everything, but let's talk about what is data analysis. What is data analysis? Because most of the time, using Excel, you are analyzing data, right? It's either you are doing data entry or you are analyzing data. So what is data analysis? Now, data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision-making. Right? I'm going to take it again. Data analysis is the process of examining, organizing, transforming, and interpreting raw data to extract meaningful insights, identify patterns, and support decision-making. So let's break it down, right? Let's break it down now. So data analysis is the process of examining data, right? Examine data. So what do we mean by examine data? How do we examine our data? Now, the moment you get your data, now, most of the time, in fact, it's not actually most of the time. If you are getting 100 data sets, it might be 5 or 10 that will be normal. That will be a good data set, a clean data set, a well-structured data set for you. But the remaining 80 or 90, they are messed up, right? It's normal because your data will not come in from one source, right? If you are working with an organization, you will know that your data will not come in from one department. You know, you have data from HR department, you have another data from finance department, you have another data from, let's say, sales department, from admin department, different departments. right? And as an analyst, you actually need to know how to examine your data. You need to know how to merge your data, right? So the very first thing is to know, okay, which type of data am I dealing with? Is it a sales data? Is it a retail data? Is it a crash data, right? You need to know the type of data you're working with. Now, after knowing the type of data, during this examination process, after knowing the type of data you're working with, then the next thing is, which tool can I use to work with this data, right? So sometimes, especially some clients, they will tell you, don't use Excel for this analysis, use Power BI. Some people will tell you, no, don't use Power BI, use Python. Some people, I have gotten a project whereby the person told me, don't use Python, use R, right? So you need to know the tools, right, that I can use for the data, right? So you need to know the tool for the data, right? You need to know the tools that you can actually use for your data, right? Which tool can help me to achieve this? Then after examining your data, you already know your tools. What am I achieving with this data, right? Do I need to generate insight from this data? Or do they just want me to clean this data? Now, if you're working as a freelancer, some people will tell you, okay, all they just want you to do is clean the data. Make sure the data is well organized, right? I have someone that has given me a lot of projects on that. Data cleaning. Just clean the data and organize the data, right? You actually need to know. So most people think, okay, data analysis is all about generating insight. No, there are some times whereby you just want to clean your data alone, right? You just want to clean the data and send it back to the person, right? Most especially if you are working as a data analyst in groups. So the work will be shared across. So maybe one person will need to organize the data, another person will need to clean the data, another person will need to visualize the data, right? So we use that in project management, whereby you segregate the steps, right? Every action you want to take, you put it in sections. So I'll say, okay, I want to I want to organize the data, I want to arrange the data. Then Reverend Sam will clean the data, right? Mr. Emmanuel will generate insight from the data. Then Mr. Akorede will what? Visualize the data, right? Now, you know, Mr. Emmanuel is Mr. Sam is the one cleaning the data. My own is to just arrange the data, right? All those things are what you are going to know during the examination process. Then after examining your data, the next thing is organizing your data. That is my own part now, right? Organizing the data. So they will give the data to me that, okay, Akim, you are the one to organize this data. The data is coming from 4 different departments, 5 different departments, right? So my own is to make sure that all the data are grouped together in something that we call master data, right? My own is just to make sure that all the data are well structured and are grouped together. Then after organizing your data, the next thing is transforming your data, right? The next thing is transforming your data, which means, okay, it's now Mr. Sam's turn, right? Cleaning the data. You are the one that will know, okay, I'm good with Excel, then I'll use Excel to clean this data. No, I can't use Excel. I will use Power Query. No, I can't use Power Query. I will use SQL, right? Or I will use Python, or I will use R. You are the one that will know the tool to use for what you are doing. Then after cleaning your data, so what do we do in data cleaning? You remove missing values, right? You remove excess space, right? You change the data types, you merge your data, and do a lot of other stuff just to make sure that your data is well arranged, it's clean. Then after that, the next thing is Mr. Emmanuel Shola will now what? Interpret the data. Bring out insights from the data. Okay, this is our total sales, right? This is the best performing product. This is the best location. This is our best customer. This is the total revenue we generate in the last 2 months. Are you getting it? Then after that, we can now decide that, okay, we want to visualize the data. We want to visualize the data. That is whose work, Mr. Akorede. They are the one that will now do, okay, we want to visualize this data. Now you can see, that is in a space whereby you are working with a group of data analysts. But if you are the one, if you are just only one, like myself, if I'm working alone on a data set, like I have a team of, I have like 5 or I have about 6 analysts that are working together with me, right? That are working with me. So we can group it, but in a situation whereby I'm the only one that wants to do it. So all these processes are what I'm going to do, right? So now data analysis involves a range of techniques and tools depending on the type and complexity of what? Of the data, right? So let's move forward. Do we all understand what data analysis is all about now? Are you guys here? Are you learning something? Let me know if you all are learning something. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Yes or no? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Are you getting it? Yes or no? All right. We have just two people. Are you people here? If not, I'll come to your house and you see my hand, I will blow your teeth. Is it that you remove my teeth or I remove your teeth? You don't sleep in my class, right? Okay. If you need water, just send me a DM. I'll send you a virtual water. If you come to my office, don't worry, I promise you a bottle of water and malt with meat pie. I ate a lot of meat pie. So if you come in the afternoon, you actually meet me eating meat pie, right? So I can share with you or I'll buy another one for you. Okay. Now let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Please, after cleaning the data, what is the first stage? Generating insight from the data, right? Generating insight from the data. Okay, let's move forward to the next thing. What are the types of analysis? What are the types of data analysis? Now, let's talk about the types before we go into other things. Now, the next thing is types of data analysis. The very first type we're going to talk about is descriptive analysis, right? And most of the time, that's what you're going to be working with because they are going to send you the data to generate insights, right? So what do we mean by descriptive analysis? Descriptive analysis focus more on what happened, what has happened in the past, right? What has happened in the past? What is our total revenue in the past 3 months, in the past 2 years, in the past 3 years, right? That is descriptive analysis. You are describing what has happened in the past. Do you understand? Descriptive analysis summarizes past data to understand what happened over a period of time. Over a period of time. That is what descriptive analysis is all about. So they will send you the data, and your job as an analyst, if you want to describe the data, is to generate insight from the data. Let's say you are dealing with all this healthcare data. I analyzed one data that I gave to my students as an assignment, which was about Corona, right? Nigerian COVID-19 data set, right? That was to generate insights. COVID-19 has happened since 2020, but we are just analyzing the data. Right? I know, no. It's just a dummy data. It's not the real Nigerian data. Because if you are working in training, right? Let's say you are training people. You don't use your please and please and please. Do not use your client's data to train someone. Please, don't ever make that mistake. So if you are someone like me that you are training and you are also into freelancing, right? Do not use your client's data to train. Please and please and please. You don't share your client's data, right? So, but that COVID-19 data set that I mentioned was a dummy data, right? I just downloaded it. There are different websites where you can get a dummy data, right? So I downloaded it from Kaggle, which is one of the websites where we download dummy data for training, right? So, and we analyze it. That is an example of descriptive analysis. You are generating insights from what has happened in the past, right? Now, the next thing is diagnostic analysis. Diagnostic analysis, right? So the next thing now is this diagnostic analysis focus on why does this happen, right? So descriptive analysis, we've already generated insight and we know that, okay, we are not making sales. Now the question is, why are we not making sales? That's the question. Why are we not making sales? That is diagnostic analysis. Why does this happen? Why is there no sales? Right? Why is there no sales? Is it that our customer care service are not good? Is it that is our distribution process? Is it our production? Is it that, okay, we change our product? Is it price that affects it or something? Right? You want to know, why does this happen? Right? So if I made a lot of sales in January and in February I'm not making sales, right? Why did I make a lot of sales in January and in February I'm not making sales? Is this a seasonal product? Right? All those things is what we do in diagnostic analysis. We've already generated insight from our data. Now we want to know the reason why a certain event happened, right? Why a certain event happened. Why do I have a lot of students in January and in February I don't have more students? Why do I have a lot of students in January, February, March? Then in April I don't have more students. Why do I get a lot of projects from my Upwork account in January, February, March, and in April I don't get projects? That is diagnostic analysis. You are trying to know the reason why a certain event happened, right? So diagnostic analysis digs deeper to find out the reason behind past events, right? That is what diagnostic analysis is all about. Now, if you notice, diagnostic analysis depends on what? Descriptive analysis. Because if you don't describe your data, if you don't generate insight from your data, there's nothing for you to diagnose, right? So you need to actually generate insight. Then now you already have the insight. You want to know the reason why a certain event happened. Do you understand? So the next thing is predictive analysis. I have defined, don't worry, jot down your question. Mr. Issa, jot down your question. When we get to the question and answer section, I'm going to answer all your questions. Just jot it down. That is why I said you should get a pen and a jotter. So the next thing is, because we still have a lot of things to cover today. So the next thing is predictive analysis. Predictive analysis. Predictive analysis focus more on what might happen in the future. Now, this also depends on descriptive analysis. For instance, weather forecast. There's no way they can forecast a weather when they don't have historical data. They need to know how was weather yesterday, how was weather last 2 months, last 3 months, how was our last 5 months weather. They need to know all those ones. That is what they are going to give to machine to predict, right? And actually, let me tell you, this predictive analysis pays a lot of money, right? I've gotten just one project on predictive analysis where I collect about, how much did I collect then? I collected about, is it not $200? Right? I think I collected about $200 to $300 on just predictive analysis. Yes, there's a lot of money on predictive analysis. That's if you know how to do it. And I'm going to show you today, how can you forecast? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But a lot of people, when they hear predictive analysis, you are predicting something. Oh, they think, oh, this is very hard. This is very, very hard. But in real life, there are a lot of tools that can actually help you to do it, especially in Excel, right? We have forecast sheets. There are forecast formula. There are about 3 to 4 forecast formula that you can use to forecast, whereby you don't actually need to do anything yourself. I'm going to show you when we get to the practical section, right? Predictive analysis focus more on what might happen based on the historical data, right? Now we have our past 2 months data set, right? Or 5-month data set, 10-month data set. Then we want our machine to predict the next 2 months, the next 3 months, the next 1 year, the next 5 years. It's possible, right? It's possible for you to do. It's so easy to do. And I'm going to show you how to do it using Excel. You can actually use Excel to do it. You can use Python also to do it, right? You can use Python to do it. Then now, the last one is what we call prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis. Prescriptive analysis focus more on what should we do next, right? What should we do next? What are the actionable steps for me to be able to achieve what machine has already predicted for me? That's where you see something like recommendations, right? That's where you see something like recommendation, right? Let me show you an example of prescriptive analysis that I did recently for a company. I think it's Greenview. Let me see, Greenview analysis. So I did this for a company. I'm not showing you for a training. So I'm just going to show you. I did it with Power BI, but I'm just going to show you an example. I'm not going to go in depth because it's the company's data. So I'm not going to go in depth and show you the real data. I'm just going to show you the dashboard and also the recommendation, which we call prescriptive analysis. Though I did not predict for this organization, I just visualized the data, cleaned the data, visualized their data, and wrote recommendation for them. What should they do next? That is an example of prescriptive what? Analysis. That is an example of prescriptive analysis. All right. Let's wait for it. It's coming up. I think we should have it in a bit. But while we wait, okay, it's here. It's here, it's here, it's here. So this is Power BI, but don't worry, you can do this with Excel. It's very easy. You can do it with Excel. I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to point it to you. Yeah. Now, if you look at this, I'm not going to actually show you their dashboard because it's not advisable, right? It's not something you should do. Remember, what did I say about clients' data? What did I just say about clients' data now? Hello, are you still here? What did I say about clients' data? What did I say? Hello, are you here, my people? It seems you people are sleeping, oh. I'll pour water on your head, oh. You want me to pour water on your head? Highly confidential, right? Don't use your client's data for teaching. Don't share your data. All right. Now, that's good. That's good. So that's why I'm not going to show you this dashboard. But actually, they've done it already. I can show you an example of it. So this is just a dashboard that I built for an organization. But it's not even about this dashboard. It's just coming up. It's about this recommendation, right? You can see this is an example of the data visualization. Now, if you look at this recommendation, right, you can see down here. How many of you can see it? Down here, this is a visualization, but let me take it back. Now, down here, can you all see it? Recommendation, right? Recommendation. Now, what do we use recommendation to do? Is an example of a prescriptive analysis. Now, I've been able to analyze their data for them. What do I think they should do next? Based on the information that I got from the analysis that I did, right? Based on the information that I derived from the analysis that I did, right? So here now you can see this recommendation, right? Recommendation. So recommendation is an example of a prescriptive analysis, right? It's an example of a prescriptive analysis. What should I do next, right? What should I do next? Are you all getting it now? All right, let's move forward to the next thing. Are you still with me? Are you learning something and are you enjoying yourself? If yes, just say let's go. If you are learning something and you're enjoying yourself, just say let's go. All right, I'm here, I'm waiting. Oh, we have just 5 people that are enjoying themselves. Okay, that is great. Okay, well done. Thank you. So that means you are here with me. You all are here with me. All right, let's move forward. Tools used by an analyst. What are the tools used by an analyst? Now, one of the tools is what? Microsoft Excel. Now, if you want to start as a data analyst, right, you need to have a very, very good understanding of Microsoft Excel. You need to be very, very good with Excel, right? Because most of the time, as a matter of fact, most of my projects as a freelancer are on Excel. And I'm going to show you my Upwork account. I'm not going to show you the full account, right? I'm just going to show you some aspects where I get projects. And you're going to see most of the projects are on Excel, right? I can decide to search for Python. I can decide to search for R, right? But you'll see a whole lot of projects on Excel, right? So Microsoft Excel is the most popular, right, for beginners and professionals. Let me close this so that I just don't make mistake. All right. So most popular for beginners and professionals, right? Excel is a powerful, easy to use. It's very, very easy to use and perfect for data analysis. So it helps you to what? To organize your data, clean your data, and analyze your data quickly with tools like pivot table, charts, and also advanced function. And you don't need coding. Now, let me tell you, there are coding aspect of Excel and there are aspect of Excel that does not require you to code, right? And we are going to talk about the difference, the two, when we get to Excel, right? We are going to talk about the two. Now, we have another one, structured query language, which is SQL. So we use SQL to manage database, right? To manage database. So for instance, let's say you are working with, let's use Amazon, right? So let me ask you a question. If you order a product on Amazon, where do you think your information go to? If you order a product on Amazon, or if you're in Nigeria, you use Jumia and you order a product, where do you think your information is going to? Where do you think your information is going to? Answer. You don't know. Okay. Other people, Excel. No, your information is not going to Excel. It's on the website. So your information is not going directly to Excel. What about other people? No idea. Backend manager. Okay. Their database. Thank you. Mr. Oluwada Asimi or Mrs. I don't know. I will give you just want yourself. What should I give you? You just want yourself a virtual water. It is going to their database. It is going to their database, right? It is going to their database. Now, how do they manage the database? They use SQL to manage their database. And who are the people that use SQL? Those are the data analysts, right? A web developer, they are not so good with SQL because all they just have to do is to create the table, right, and set the constraints. But people that use SQL more are the data analysts, just to generate insight from the data in the database, right? So we use SQL to do that. Another one is Power BI, which was the one that I just showed you earlier, right? When I was talking about recommendation. Power BI, which we use for data visualization. And you can also do your visualization with Excel. Maybe before the end of this webinar, we show you just a dummy visualization that I created, right, with Excel, right? You can also use Power BI for visualization, right? And it's mostly used also by business analysts. I'm also a business analyst, right? I'm into business analysis also. I do a lot of stuff. And another thing is Python, right? I do Python very well. But our major focus today is because we are beginners and we want to become a professional, we want to start making money as quick as possible, right? No, saying as quick as possible doesn't mean you start making money tomorrow. You start today and you start making money tomorrow. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You need to learn the skill. Then after learning the skill, you can start making money with it, right? So let's go into Excel now. Let's go into Excel. Let's talk about what is Microsoft Excel. What is Microsoft Excel? So to explain this, I'm going to open my Excel spreadsheets. I'm using the latest Excel, which is Office 365. So I'm going to open Excel spreadsheets. Like, if you see me yesterday, just Excel, I was writing some code that was giving me a headache from 12 till around 5 p.m. in the evening, just so that I can meet a target to submit the project and got my money. And they've paid me already, right? I submitted the project last night and they paid me. So I've received my money already. Okay, what is Microsoft Excel? So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program used to record and analyze numerical and statistical data, right? So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program used to record and analyze numerical and statistical data. Now, Microsoft Excel provides multiple features to perform various operations like calculation, pivot table, graph tool, macro programming, right? VBA. And we are going to break this down when we get to advanced Excel, right? So, an Excel spreadsheet, why do we even call it spreadsheet, right? You can either call it a spreadsheet or you call it a worksheet. So why do we call it spreadsheet or a worksheet? Now, if you look at this Excel, down here, you will see that we have sheets, right? Now, if you are working with Microsoft Word, you know that, okay, we work with documents. So we call it Microsoft Word Docs, right? Work with documents. So if you are working with PowerPoint, you know that, okay, we work with slides in PowerPoint, right? We work with slide. So something like this is called a slide. So in PowerPoint, we work with slide. Now in Excel, we work with worksheets, right? We work with worksheets. That's what you can see, sheet 1. So we work with worksheets on Microsoft Excel. That's why we call it spreadsheet or worksheets. Now, an Excel spreadsheet can be understood as a collection of rows and columns that form a table, right? So we have rows and columns that forms what? A table. Alphabetical letters are usually assigned to the columns, while numbers are usually assigned to the row. The point where row and column meet is called what? A cell. And the address of a cell is given by letter representing the column and number representing the row. Forget about this gibberish. Let's go into Excel now. Let's explain it. Remember I said alphabetical letter are usually assigned to what? The columns, right? So let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, alphabetical letter are usually assigned to the column. And if you look up here, we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, we have E, we have F, right? And the likes. So which means all these alphabetical letter, they are what? They are columns. So here now, this is column A, this is column B, this is column C, this is column E, this is column E rather, this is column F. Till the end, you have over 16,000 columns, right? So, and now we have rows. What are the rows? They are the numeric aspect of Excel. So we have the numbers. So we call them rows. So this is row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, row 5, row 7, right? And now you can see there is a point where a row and column meet. So the point where a row and column meet is called what? A cell. It's called a cell, right? So if you look here, this is column A and this is row 1. So in this box now, this box, each of these boxes now is called a cell. And how do we reference a cell? We call the column and the numbers. This is column A, row 1. So I'm in cell A1 now, right? This is what we call cell A1. So if I move down to this place, right, I'm in column B, row 3, right? Column B, row 3. So we call this cell B what? B3, right? So if I move down to this place, I'm in column C now, row what? 6. So we call this cell C6. Now, who will be the first person to win my batch? Who will be the second person to win my batch water? So which cell am I now? Which cell? Who can guess? Which cell am I? Right? Which cell am I? Who can guess? Who can guess? Who can guess? E8, iPhone. Nice one. You are here with me. Right? E8. I'm in cell E8 because I'm in column E, row 8. Right? We have professional in the building. Oh yeah, clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Clap for yourself, Joe. Don't be shy. Clap for yourself. Don't be shy. Clap for yourself. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I said clap for yourself. Are you clapping or not? If not, we are going to fight, oh. And it's either you remove my teeth or I remove your teeth. Nice one, nice one. That shows you're with me. So a lot of people are afraid of me. I'm a bouncer. But I will remove your teeth now. Now a lot of people are afraid. You don't know me. I'm a bouncer. I will remove your teeth. No. Okay. I said, clap yourself or I will remove your teeth. You see, a lot of people say, oh, let me clap or let me clap. See that the guy will not come to my house and remove my teeth. I'm just kidding. People are still clapping. Don't worry. I'm not a bouncer. I'm just kidding. Okay. Now let's move forward. Why should I study Microsoft Excel? Why should I study? Someone said Mufasa. Okay. Why should I study Microsoft Excel? Right? Now, let me tell you something. Excel isn't just about numbers. It is about opportunities. When I first started with Excel, I don't used to make money with Excel. But later, I started thinking, oh, I saw a lot of things. I did a lot of research, and I saw different ways you can make money with Excel. Right? There are 3 different ways that I've used to make money with Excel, and I'm going to show you. Right? There are 3 different ways that I've used, that I'm still using. Rather, I'm not saying I've used, that I'm still using till today to make money with Excel. Now, Excel isn't just about number. It is about opportunities, right? So we all deal with numbers daily, whether it's managing expenses, budgeting income, or track your goal. But most people never go beyond the math. A lot of people don't actually have the time to do research, right? So that is where Excel becomes powerful. So most people just think, oh, Excel is for office work. If you want to get office work, you want to get all this corporate job, then go and learn Excel. No, you can actually learn Excel and become your own boss. Like myself, I've resigned since I can't remember, right? I don't work for any organization again. Now I'm a partner with an organization, right? So I don't work for any organization. If I decide, okay, today I want to sleep by 2 or by 3 or by 4 and wake up by 10, 11, there's nobody that will come to my house and beat me. No. I can decide to get to the office anytime I like. Right? That's because I know, okay, this is my sleeping time. This is the time that I work. Right? I have my own time to myself. And I can decide, okay, I'm traveling tomorrow. I can decide, okay, I'm not working from home tomorrow. I want to go to Abuja. I want to go to outside the country. I want to go to Kenya. I want to go to anywhere to work. Right? All I just have to do is go with my laptop. And whether I want to take class, I can take my class from anywhere. Whether I want to work on projects, I can work on projects from anywhere just by knowing Excel. Right? Now, I'm not saying don't worry, we'll even get there. So with Excel, you are not just organizing data. You are gaining tools for business, right? That businesses, entrepreneurs, and individuals are willing to pay for. And I'm going to show you, right? So you want to manage your own finance, right? Excel is there to help you. You want to offer service to others. And I'm going to show you this. This is actually a good part of Excel. Offering your service to others, right? Excel is there to help you, right? So you want to sell a digital product, you want to record a course and be selling it. Excel is actually there to help you. Now, after this webinar, just go to YouTube, search for Excel classes on YouTube and see the number of views that you receive there. Number of views, millions, you will see. Millions of people are watching videos on Excel, which means if you go to Udemy today, just search for Excel course. You will see the number of people that have bought that course, right? And we are still going to get there. So learning Excel means learning how to solve real life problems, and every solution can be turned to income. So if you learn a skill, you want to use it to solve a problem, right? Obviously, you can't solve a problem for free. They are going to pay you for it, right? So let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, let's talk about leading companies that use Microsoft Excel. Leading companies. Number one is Amazon, right? Amazon. Now, why do I say Amazon? That's because I have students that work with Amazon. I have students, not one, not two, that works with Amazon, right? And how do we connect? Just by teaching them Excel. Now, I did not teach them only Excel, right? But when we connected, I was just teaching them only Excel. Later, they advanced to Power BI, they advanced to SQL, they advanced to Python, they advanced to R, right? And other things, deep learning, right? They advanced to that. But most of the time, the thing that connects us is Excel. That's because that is what they want to use for their work, right? And I got connected to them on a freelancing website, right? And they are working with Amazon. Another thing is Signal. I don't have any student that work with Signal, but I've gotten a project. I've gotten someone that gave me a project on this Signal. Another thing is this Deloitte. I have students that work with Deloitte also. I have 2 students that work with Deloitte. I have Intel also, right, based on my research. JP Morgan's, right, based on my research. And Microsoft. Microsoft are the people that develop Excel now. So what do you think? They are going to use Excel. But based on my research also, they use Excel, right? So you should know, as an analyst, you should always be ready to do research, right? So a lot of you will think I'm sweating. If you see this light in front of me, just so you can see my face, I'm black, right? So just so you can see my face, they put light in my face. That's why I'm sweating. And another thing is Morgan Stanley, PayPal, Tesla, and United States Bank. And almost all the banks in Nigeria are working with Excel because I've been to almost all of them to help them do one or two things. I've been there, right? But we are not talking about that today. This is not about me, right? So let's move forward now to Microsoft Excel terminologies. What are the terminologies of Microsoft Excel? Are you here with me? I think I've been training too much. Let me know if I'm carrying you people along. Are you people still enjoying yourself? Are you still enjoying yourself? How does PayPal and Tesla works? They use Excel for their analysis and their data entry. Right? Okay. Okay. Now I have your attention. Okay, the very first terminologies that I have here is a cell. A cell. What is a cell? What is a cell? And I think I've explained a cell to you before. A cell is the intersection of rows and columns, right? A cell is the intersection of rows and columns. And we have over 1 million rows and over 16,000 columns. How do we check that? So if I come to Excel and I just press Control down arrow, that will take me to the end of a row. You can see this is 1,048,576 rows. If I press Control right arrow, this will take me to the end of a column, right? XFD, right? So you can see we have over 1 million rows and over 16,000 columns. You can also do your research. You see that is the correct thing, right? Another thing is a range. What is a range? Remember cell, right? Remember cell. I told you that a cell is, each of these boxes is called a cell, right? Each of these boxes is called a cell. But by the time you select 2 or 3, right, you select multiple, then it becomes a range. Do you understand? You can either call it a range or you call it an array. Are you getting it? You can either call it a range or you call it an array. So a group of cells is called a range or an array. A group of cells is called a range or an array. All right. Let's move to the next thing, workbook. So a workbook is simply a worksheet rather. So I just explained worksheets earlier. I think I've explained worksheets earlier. A worksheet is where Excel store your text, your numbers, your formulas, and everything, which is this place that you see, right? I said you can either call it a spreadsheet or what? A worksheet. Now, let's move forward. The next thing is a workbook. A workbook is another name for Excel file. A workbook is another name for Excel file. So if I open my folder, you will see I have a lot of Excel files right here, right? I have a lot of Excel files right here. Don't worry about these two. These are CSV files. But if you see all these other ones, right? This is a Power BI file. If you see all these other ones, they are Excel file. So we call it Excel workbook, right? We call it a workbook. All right, let's move forward to the next thing. We have something that we call a ribbons. A ribbons. So Excel ribbons are the graphical menu interface for commands you can perform. All these things that you see up here, they are called ribbons. They are called ribbons, right? They are called ribbons. And up here, if you see, we have tabs up here. So we have the home tab, we have the insert tab, you have the page layout tab, right? And each tab have their own ribbon. So you can see home tab has its own ribbon, right? Insert tab, we have the ribbons there. Page layout tab, you have their ribbons. Formula tabs, you have their ribbon. Data, review, view, automate, right? Developer, help. Now, don't worry about this CGPA calculator. This is a project that I work on for another company, right? So this is a project. So we use VBA code for this, right? I could have shown you the VBA code, but based on, because it's a client, it's a company data set, is an international school data set, so I won't be able to show you the VBA code, right? But it was a project that I got as a freelancer also, right? And they pay me a lot of money for this. So you are not going to have this one on your own Excel, right? Because it was a project, it was a VBA project that I did for a company. So, but you can see each tab have their own ribbon, right? So they are the tools that we use in Excel. Like if you are going to farm, right? Who can tell me what are the tools that you need if you are going to farm? What are the tools? If you are going to farm, what are the tools that you need? What are the tools? Let's start if you are here. Let me tell you, you are going to the farm. You need you need cutlass, right? So if you want to work with Excel, you need the tools also, right? You need the tools. So these are the tools that you use in Excel, right? These are the tools that you need in Excel, right? So those are the tools we work with in Excel. All right, let's move forward. The next thing is a functions. A function. Now we use a formula in Excel. What are formulas? Formulas are the like a small portion of code that help us to perform a specific task, right? Now, if I want to get today's date, let's say I want to get today's date, there is a formula in Excel that I can use. called today. So if I say equals to today, right, equals to today, close my bracket, this will give me today's date, right? So if I want to get today's date and time, if I say equals to now, right, today's date and time, this will give me both the date and the time, right? Now, we have formulas. Now, I just used two formulas. Now, a group of formulas that perform similar functions, a group of formulas that perform similar action, they are called functions. Do you understand? A group of formulas that perform similar action, they are called functions. So we have different functions. Like these two that I used just now, today and now, they are grouped under the date functions, right? They are grouped under the date functions. So we have another functions like lookup functions, right? Lookup functions, different functions, accounting functions, different. Now, how do you get there? If you come to this formula tab, right, you can see we have finance function, logical function, text function, date and time functions, lookup function, math and trigonometric functions, and we have more formulas there, statistical function, engineering functions. Now note, all of these has formulas inside it. And all these formulas that you see here, they are what? They perform similar action. So a group of formulas that perform similar action is called what? A functions. All right. Let's go a little bit into advanced Excel. How many of us are ready for that? We want to go into advanced Excel now. How many of us are ready for that? How many of us are ready for that? Let me know if you are here and you're ready for that. Let me know if you are here and you're ready for that. Okay. All right. Let me know. All right. That is great. Okay. Now let's move forward. If you are going into advanced functions, right, what are the things you are going to be coming up with? The very first thing is, if you are going into advanced Excel, you will hear something called a table, right? A table. A table is a container for your data, right? So forget about this definition. A table shows relationship between your data. Now, for instance, if I go to my Excel now and I write my name here, Akim, and I put another one here, Abiodun, right? That is my name. Now, if you look at it, you will see that I have Akim in one cell, Abiodun in another cell. Now, to you, it's still the same person, right? It's still the same person that bears that name. But to Excel, Akim is different, Abiodun is different. Do you get it? Akim is different, Abiodun is different. Now, how do you tell Excel all these two data are related? That is by putting it in a table. So a table shows relationship between your data. So you are just telling Excel that, okay, all these data that you see right here, they are what? They are related, right? So you are just telling Excel, okay, all these data are what? They are related. Let's go forward. Another tools you come up with is what we call pivot table. Pivot table, right? In which we are going to use in the practical section. So a pivot table is a powerful tool that we use to summarize and analyze our data, right? It's a powerful tool. It's very, very powerful and easier to use, right? I'm going to show you that when we get to the practical section. So it's a powerful tool that we use to summarize and analyze our data. Another thing you come up with is what we call Power Query. Power Query, right? So a Power Query is an ETL software. So what do we mean by ETL software? It extracts the data from the source, transform the data, and load. So what is actually the function of Power Query? It is what we use for data cleaning, right? So we use data for data cleaning. So it's the one that takes the data from the source, right? Then you can use it to clean it. Then after you are done with the cleaning, you load it back into your Excel. Do you understand? That is a Power Query. That's what we use Power Query for. And you can see the image of our Power Query look right there, right? So this is how Power Query looks. Now, let's move forward to the next thing, which is what we call macros and VBA. This is the coding aspect of Excel. This is what the coding aspect of Excel. I really wish to show you, but I can't because of the confidentiality, right? But I've written a lot of VBA code, but this is just one of them. I just finished another one yesterday, which was another project, but this was just one of them. Now, everything that you see here is written using VBA code. Everything that you see right here is written using what? VBA code, right? And they are there. Now, what do I use? What is this application for that I created here? So it's something that the school is a school. They will use it to calculate their first semester, the second semester result, the third semester result, the fourth semester result, and they will use it to calculate their CGPA, right? And also generate the transcripts to Microsoft Word. That is, they will take the transcripts from Excel and generate it to Microsoft Word so that it will be easier for them to print. Do you understand? So this is an example of a VBA, right? Let me show you an example of the environment of VBA. So this is environment of VBA, right? So you can see Microsoft Visual Basic for application. Someone said my voice is gone. Is that correct? Can you all hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Let me know. Let me know. Are you people here with me? Can you all hear me? All right. So I think it's your network. I think it's your network. So now, this code, this thing that I did here, this thing that I did right here, this thing that I did right here. So this is the environment where I built it, right? So we call this VBA. That is the coding aspect of Excel, but we are not going into that. We are not going into the coding aspect of Excel because you need to be very, very good with the fundamental before you can go into VBA. Right. Okay, that is that about Excel. Now you already have the skill. How can I make money with my new Excel skill? So how many of us want me to talk about this, or we should just be going home? Should I talk about this, or we should go home? How can I make money with my new Excel skill? Should I talk about this, or we should just be going home? We should talk. Are you sure? Are you sure? Let's talk about it. All right. Now, having the skill, you already have the skill. How do you make money with it? How can I make money with it? Now, I'm going to show you 3 ways that I've used, right? And I'm still using, right? And I'm still using it till today. I'm going to show you my account to show you how I got my project, right? To show you how I got my project. Now, how can I make money with my new Excel skill? Now, you've just unlocked one of the most powerful digital skill out there, right? So, which is Microsoft Excel. And this isn't just for office work. It's not just for corporate work. It's something that you can focus on real time, right? So now, it is a money-making tools hiding in a plain sight. A lot of people knows Excel, but one thing is they don't know how to make money with it. So whether you are using to earn on a side, start a digital business, right? Let me tell you today, my partner and I, what did we started Digital World just by selling a course, right? We started the business just by selling a course. And currently now, we have 3 different branches. We have 3 different branches, right? And I'm still doing it till today. Because I have a business doesn't mean I should stop. We have people working with us, right? We have over 50 people working in all the branches, right? But that doesn't mean I should stop, right? That doesn't mean I should stop because there's business and I also have to live my own life. So I can't be waiting for my business to keep paying me, right, every single time. So I need to have my own way of making money too, right? So, and I'm still using this Excel skill. Now, your Excel skill can open real doors in today's online world. And in this webinar, you will discover multiple proven ways, which are 3 different ways that I've used, right, to start my business. And also, I'm still using it to make money for myself, right? Let's go. What is the first way? The very first way is what? Freelancing. And I'm still doing it till today. And popular freelancing site is what? Upwork, Fiverr. Those are the two that I've used. But I have quite a lot of people that use freelancer.com, right? But I don't use it. I have other people that also use people per hour, but I don't use it. They are just there. You can exploit it. But the one that I use and I'm still using till now is Upwork and Fiverr. Now, I have my Upwork account loaded here. This is my Upwork account that you can see. Akim A, right? Akim Abiodun. That's my name. Now, if you look at it, this is what? This is jobs you might like, right? These are what? Jobs you might like. You can see my availability badge is turned off because I have a project I'm working on. So I turn off my availability badge. That is, whenever you search for me, you can't see me, right? So you can't give me another project. One thing that I don't do is I don't take much projects because I know I have businesses to run, right? And I want to make money also. So whenever I take 2-3 projects, I will turn off my availability badge. Once I finish with that, then on my badge again, apply for jobs here, then take it again. Now, this is a Power BI. Let's leave Power BI. We don't know Power BI. Leave it. And you can see, if you look at this person has spent over $4,000, right? Just on this app. This is Upwork. Just on this app. And what did they want? Power BI dashboard. An example of Power BI dashboard was the one that I showed you earlier, right? So they want you, we are looking for an experienced Power BI developer to create a visually appealing and insightful dashboard. What is there? There is nothing there. You can actually do this within 2-3 hours. You are done. And how much is this person going to pay? $50, right? $50 just by this, working on this particular project. But we don't have knowledge on Power BI. Let's leave that. Let's come here, right? Yes, I'm also into Fiverr. We are going to Fiverr, but I'm not going to show you my Fiverr account. I'm just going to use their own website. Now, this is what? This is Excel Smarty Pants. Looking to hire someone with a great deal of skill to take our very simple spreadsheets and make it more of a template that user can use to rather than master file or something, right? And this person is looking to pay $10 to $20 per hour. This person is using to pay what? $10 to $20 per hour. So which means for me, I charge $15 per hour, right? That's what I charge, $15 per hour. Now, which means if you work on this project for 3 hours, so let's say this person is, if I want to apply for this, the least the person will pay me is $15 because that is the amount that I charge per hour, right? So which means if I work on this project for 3 months, for like 3 hours per day, that means I'll be getting $15 times 3. That is almost $45 per day just on one project. Just on one project. And you can see this person has, now I'm showing you this thing because I don't want you to fall victim, right? This person has spent money. Now, if you want to use Upwork, let me tell you this for free now. If you want to use Upwork, only apply for projects from people that have spent money. From people that have spent money. Please, don't go apply for projects from people that have not spent any money. And you can even see this person. The payment is unverified. So which means if you do this project, there is probability that they are not going to pay you. Hello, my people, are you here? Are you getting it? Are you listening to me? Are you here? I don't know if you people are here. So you can see this person now is the payment is unverified, and this person has not spent any money, right? This person has not spent any money on this app, on this Upwork. So you can see 5 people have already applied for this. But me, I will never apply for this type of project. I will never apply for it. Because actually, if I end up working on this project and this person did not pay me, who will I owe? Nobody. So it's just a waste of my time. So I will not apply for this, right? Let's scroll down. This is another person. This person's payment is verified, which means this person is ready to pay, right? This person is ready to pay, but I'm not going to actually work for this person because this person has not spent any money on this app, right? The payment is just verified, but the person has not spent any money. So I'm not going to work for this project. Whether the project is simple or not, right? I'm not going to do it. This is another one. Excel app. need help getting financial statements. There are no different Excel spreadsheets summarized into one, right? This is a simple project. Add value, copy from, this is just a copy and paste project, and they are going to pay you $25. All you just have to do is copy and paste it from one sheet to another, right? Copy and paste project. And you can see payment verify. This person has spent over $40,000 on this website, right? On this website. So let's go. I'm still going to talk about how to apply for project. All these ones that I don't have payment verify, I won't, not me and you, I will never do that. So this is another person. As you can see, most of these projects are on Excel. They're on Excel. And if you look at this is posted 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. Most of these projects, this is posted yesterday, but to get people that will apply for this type of project, or especially when their payment is unverified, these 10 people that has already sent proposal, right? They are new. For me, I will never apply for this. And I'm always going to tell my students, don't ever apply for any project that their payment is unverified, right? So all these ones now, this is another one. We are seeking experience. Now you can see, this is just what? This was posted when? 40 minutes ago. And this person, you know that this person has spent a lot of money. Over $900. Over $900 spent just on this one. This one has spent over $4,000. And what? Google Sheet experts. This person is actually even not looking for Excel. They are using for Google Sheets, right? Google Sheets. And this person is ready to pay $20 to $40, right? And this project was posted 37 minutes ago. You can see people are actually posting work right here, and they are ready to pay just for you to have the skill, just for you to have the skill, right? So let's go to Fiverr. That is Upwork account. That's my own personal account. Now let's go to Fiverr, right? Let me just do Fiverr. Sorry, I'm searching for Fiverr again. Let's search for Excel data entry. Just let's say even we want to start from there, right? Because we are still new. Data entry work in Excel. Let's say how much people are charging, right? You can see this person. This one is charging $20 just to work on one data entry work. And what do we mean by data? You can see PDF conversion. Very simple to do. How do you convert PDF to Word or PDF to Microsoft Excel? Very easy. You can see data entry. This one is also charging $20, and this person has gotten over 527 gig, right? If you multiply $20 times 527, this is another person, 117 projects, right? This one also 385 projects. This is also 154 projects, right? You can see. Can you see it? 258, 103. Even if you are starting as a data entry, right, you can still make money. You can see the way people are charging $20. You can see this person over 900 projects that this person has worked on, and this person is just charging what? $20. And what is he doing? Data entry, copy and paste, data scripting, email lead, PDF to Excel. Very easy. If I want to convert PDF to Excel, very, very easy. Very easy to do. Very easy to do, right? That is that. This is just what? Using freelancing. My people, are you here with me? Are you here with me? Are you here with me? Let me know. Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right. That is just freelancing. And till today, I'm still doing it. I'm not going to say because I have business, I should stop it. No. You can see my account is here. I have my account. I have my account. This is my account, right? This is my account. You can see my name right here and my picture. Where is it? This is me right here, right? This is my account here, right? I need to submit something for them to be able to do something, right? So this is it right here. This is my account, right? This is my account. You can see my profile is complete, 100%. And my availability badge is turned off because, and you can say I have 144 connects, right? My availability badge is turned off because I'm still working on a project. So once I'm done with that, all I just have to do is come here, turn on my availability badge, and I'm available to apply for projects, right? Let's go. Now, if I'm applying for a project, I'm very, very intentional about it. Now, you can see there are a lot of people applying for projects on this site. There are a lot of people applying for projects. So you have to be very, very intentional. First of all, your proposal must be very good, right? And I don't just apply for projects on Upwork. If I apply for a project on Upwork, I will look for you on LinkedIn. Search for the person that posts the project on LinkedIn. Send the person the proposal. Go look for the person's email. Send the person's email. Go to the person's social media account. Follow the person. Look for the person I search for the person, right? I search for the person. And I send the person proposal just so that I can get the project. So all these other 50 people, they are always sending, it's just 20 people that has already applied. They are just sending proposal on Upwork, right? But for me, I'll be sending it on Upwork, send it on LinkedIn, send it on to your email, send it to different on your social media account, right? You will have seen me 5 times. Now, if you are coming to Upwork and you see me again, and I'll send you my portfolio. I have my portfolio account on the project that I've worked on, right? I have my portfolio. Let me see if I can show you my portfolio, my GitHub. If it opens up now, let me see. This is my GitHub. Let me see my repositories, right? These are some of the projects that I have worked on, right? These are some of terrorist attack in 2016, case study automation, domestic animal, student transcript generator, VBA, right? These are some of the projects that I've worked on a lot. You can see this green wheel that I showed you earlier, right? Is on my portfolio. I'll just send you my portfolio, right? Because this is what I do, right? So now you have to be very, very intentional about this. Then after that, the next thing is selling Excel templates, right? How do you get these templates? There are different websites. I don't do this one again, right? But when I first started, I used to sell Excel templates. How do you get Excel templates? If you come to Excel, if you go to File, right? Let's say they want me to help them create a budget template, right? A budget template. I used this one before. That's why you can see it here. A budget template. Excel has already created templates for us to use. All you just have to do is, I need a budget template or planner and trackers, right? I will just click on it, right? Once I click on it, there are a lot of templates. There are over 50 or 70 templates that I can pick up from here. You can see a whole lot of them. And what did I need to do? Just change it and turn it to my own. Then send it to the person. Change the text. Make sure that I put it in a good and arrange it very well. Right? Then send it to the person. The person will send me my money. Simple as that. And let's talk about the website where you can sell Excel templates. Now, you can use XTC, right? You can use Gumroad. You can use Sellfile. I used Sellfile before. You can own your own Shopify or WordPress site, but I don't use this, right? But I've used Sellfile before, right? I've used this also, XTC before. But this Gumroad, I have a friend that I've used it before, but I don't use it, right? But now I don't sell templates again. Another one is teaching Excel online, right? It is very, very profitable to teach Excel online. Very, very profitable to teach Excel online. What do I mean? Now, if you go to Udemy, you record a course, right? When I first started, I recorded a whole lot of course, over 40 videos, in which I'm going to show you at the end of the webinar. Over 40 recorded videos just on Excel, right? And I was selling it. Because I have knowledge of digital marketing, I was selling it. Now, in today's world, you actually don't need to have knowledge of digital marketing. There are platforms like Udemy, where you can record a course, upload it to Udemy. If you go to Udemy, you will see a whole lot of people. How many of us has bought any course on Udemy before? Let's see, how many people has bought any course on Udemy? If you bought any course on Udemy, let me see. Is there someone? Let me see. So there's nobody here, right? There's nobody. Wow. I used to buy a lot of courses on Udemy, right? Now, all those courses that are on Udemy, right? Is it not people that record it? And you are paying. You are paying people. You are paying them just to buy that course. You are paying them just to buy that course. Who says you yourself cannot record and sell that course? How do you record? You can use Zoom to record. You can use OBS Studio. I use OBS Studio to record my course, right? I can either use Zoom or use OBS Studio. It's just the same way that I'm teaching you now. and I'm recording. At the end of the day, I will just edit it, put it to my own on my own elements, and I will sell it to people. Right? Selling it. You can even go to Udemy to sell it. Just create an instructor account on Udemy. Then you can upload your course and people will start buying. Thereby, all you just have to do is sit at home. You don't even need to run adverts. Udemy will sell it for you. Right? In as much as you are giving out value. Right? Udemy will sell it for you. Another one is Skillshare. YouTube. You can own a YouTube channel. Right? Record multiple courses. Right? You can even have a private Zoom or WhatsApp classes, something like this. Something like this. This is a class, right? And you too can do it. You too can do it. Where people are going to pay you. They are going to pay you to be in your class, right? I have a group class and I have a premium class where I'm just going to be in class with that person, one-on-one class. That one is very, very expensive. I charge as high as 400,000 sometimes just to be in 6 weeks class or 1 month or 2 months or 3 months class. I charge 400,000, 500,000 just to teach people, right? On premium class. If you are coming from my group class, I charge you a token also to be part of the group class. Who says you cannot do that? Right? Who says you cannot do that? Are you people with me? Are you here with me? Are you here now? Let me know, let me know, let me know. Are you learning something? Are you learning something? Now, do you know various ways you can make money with Excel? Do you know various ways you can make money with Excel? All right. Now that we know various ways, let's talk about freelancing. Let's see what people are paying for. Let's see what people are paying for. The very first thing, the people are paying for forecasting. Forecasting. Now, how do we forecast? Let me show you. How do we forecast? Let me open my data set that contains forecasting that I want to use for forecasting. Now, how do we forecast in Excel? Forecasting is very, very easy. Now, this is a data set, right, that I just come up with. This is the sales for each of these days. Now, this organization, this is just for an example. This organization, what do? They always get their sales on the 30th. Let's say they get it quarterly because this is 4, right? 4. So 4 is January, February, March, April, right? So this is their total sale from January to April. Then from April to July, this is their sales. From July to October, this is their sales, right? So they get it first of every year. Then after that, 4th, after that, 7th, after that, 10th, right? So they have that. Now the next thing is they asked me to forecast this from 2012 to 2021. So they want me to forecast from 2021 to 2025. Now we know that they get their results every 4 months, right? They get it in January, right? They get it in January. They get it in what is it called? April. They get it in July, and they get it in October, right? So they need me to forecast 4 months for each year from 2021 to 2025. How do we do that? Yes, you can forecast by month name. Now, but here we are forecasting by the whole year, whole date, day, month, and year, right? So now, let's do that. Let's just quickly do that. Now, to forecast, all you just have to do is highlight everything. Highlight the data. This is the historical data that we want to use, right, to forecast. Now, if I come here to my Excel, all I have to do is go to the data tab. Go to the data tab. Now, if you look at this place, we have what we call forecast sheets. This is just one way. There are still other ways we can do it. We can use Excel formula to do it, right? We can use slope also to do it, right? But let's just use this forecast sheet. Someone said my screen is not compatible. Is that correct? Can you guys see my Excel screen? Can you guys see my Excel screen? Yes or no? All right. So all you just have to do is come to this. You move to your data tab, then come to your forecast sheet. Click on it, right? So I want Excel to get it on 10th. This is forecast end. When do I want it to end? 10th, right? 31st of October 2025. 31st of October 2025. That's where I want the forecast to end. That's all you have to do. right? But there are still other advanced things that you can do. But from the beginning, that's what you have to do. All you just have to do is tell Excel, create, and just sit and wait. Excel will create it for you. Now, this is where their own forecast ends. This is where their own sales end, right? It ends right here. Now you can see Excel have forecasted for me till when? Till 2025. And it's telling me their sales, right? It's telling me their sales, right? So it's saying, okay, by October 31st of October 2021, you are supposed to have this sale, right? So your sales is going to drop from this time to this time. Then by this time, your sales is going to rise. And like, you can see it right here, right? Excel has forecasted it for me, just like that. Very easy. Why? And people are paying for this. If you go to, at the end of this webinar, try to go to Fiverr and search how much people are charging for forecasting. People are charging as high as $100 for forecasting. People are charging as high as $50 for forecasting, just to forecast, right? Another thing that people are charging for is data visualization. How do we visualize data, right? I charge a lot of money, especially if I know that I want to visualize data for you. I charge a lot of money, right? How do we now visualize? How do we visualize data? What do we call data visualization? Data visualization is a graphical representation of your data. So how do we visualize? So for instance, let's say they said, okay, they want to know their total sales by month. What is our total revenue for each month? That's what we want to know, right? What is our total revenue for each month? Now, here you can see we just have dates here, right? We just have dates. So we don't have the month name. So let's get the month name out. Insert, right? Let me just insert a new column. Let me also insert another column here. So let me get the day name out. The day name. So they can ask me also the revenue for each day, the month name. My people, are you still here? Are you learning something new? Are you people learning something new? Are you learning something new? Right? That is good. That is good. That's good. Now let's get the day name out. Let's get the day name. 1st of 11th of January 2019. Which day does it fall? Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? Is it Wednesday? So we want to get that out, right? So I say equals to, I'll use a formula, text, right? This is the date, comma, in double quotes, I put D, double quotes, close my bracket and press enter. So it's falls on Friday. I'll just copy this down, and this will give me the day name, right? This is the name of the day. So let me take it once again. I'll say equals to text, right? Select the date, comma, in double quotes, D, double quotes, close my bracket, press enter, right? So bring my cursor here, just copy this down. So the next thing is month name, which is actually what we need, because it said the total revenue for each month, right? So I say equals to text, select the date, comma, in double quotes, I want to get month name, double quotes, close my bracket and press enter, right? So all I just have to do is copy this down, and Excel will do it for me. So November, December, and the likes. So now we've gotten the month name out, right? We've gotten the month name out. So we want to get the revenue, right? So the revenue for January, revenue for February, till December. How do we do that? So the very first thing is to put my data in a table. Remember I mentioned tables when we were talking about, when we were still doing the theory aspects, right? So the very first thing is to put my data in a table. Now, how do I put my data in a table? If I go to insert, I have table right here. And I can use a keyboard shortcut, Ctrl+T. So if I press Ctrl+T and just click on OK, I have my data in a table, right? I know you might be lost. Please just jot down the question. Jot down the question. I just want to show you how easy it is to put your data in a visual. And people will pay you for that, right? So after that, I'll just click on this, summarize the pivot table. Just click on this, summarize the pivot table, and click on OK, right? So what I need here is, I need the day name, the month name. Just pick the month name, drag and drop it in the row. Then the revenue, drag and drop it in the row. And here I have the sales, the total revenue generated by each month. Generated by each month. This is the total revenue generated by each month. So if they ask me to put it in a visual, all I just have to do is come to pivot chart, right? And let's say I want to go with this chart. Whatever chart you like, you can pick it from here, right? But let's say I'm going with this because of our time. I'll just click on OK. And here I have it. Here I have it. I'm done with this project. Very easy, right? Very easy to do. Now I know at this point, a lot of you will be feeling like, Akeem, what happened, right? A lot of you will be feeling like this man, like, wow, I'm totally lost, right? How many of you are feeling like this man now? Like, wow, Akeem, I need to blow off my head. How many of you are feeling like this man? Like, Akeem, you've given us so much. Like, wow, we have lost. Right? How many of you are feeling like, wow, this is great, right? Lost too, you are lost. Wow, it's not so easy, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Just one question before we go into the question and answer section. Before I start taking questions, right? Then showing you the answer and showing you the next step, right? And showing you the way forward. The question is, how many of us here today would love to become a pro? Now, this is not just a pro, and also how to make money with it. So you want to become a pro with Excel and also make money with it. How many of us here would like to become a pro and also make money with it? Right? You did something like this yesterday. That's great. That's great. Okay. I'm waiting for others. Cynthia, nice one. All right. That is great. That is great. Now, let me tell you, all this thing is not something you can learn in one class, right? It's not something you can learn in one class. It's not something we can cover in one class. Actually, I've gone from the total basic to advanced now, right? And I've shown you different ways you can make money with it. But it's not something you can learn in just one class, right? We can't cover everything in one class. So that is why I came up with what we call the ultimate Excel mastery and income blueprint. The ultimate Excel mastery and income blueprint. What is the ultimate Excel mastery and income blueprint? This is a 6 weeks live class. 6 weeks live class, right? 6 weeks live class where I'm going to be showing you the total basics of Excel to advanced Excel. And also, not just only from basic to advanced, it's not just only from basic to advanced. We're also going to be talking about how you can make money with it. How can I create a portfolio? Remember I showed you a portfolio earlier, right? Something like this. How can I create it? Because if you are getting a project, right, the person that wants to give you a project, we would like to see what you've worked on before, right? So they will always ask for a portfolio. So how can you create a portfolio? All these things are what we are going to teach in this 6 weeks class, which comes up every Friday and Saturday. And we are starting this Friday. Every Friday and Saturday, we will be having a live class talking about LinkedIn optimization. How do I optimize your LinkedIn? So if I want to send you a proposal on LinkedIn, my own LinkedIn should also be fully optimized, right? So how do I optimize my LinkedIn? How do I create an Upwork account? How do I create a Fiverr account? How do I set up my portfolio? Right? Now, talking about the skill from the total basics of Excel to advanced Excel. This is what we are going to be covering in the next 6 weeks, which we call the ultimate Excel mastery and income blueprint. So let's talk about what you are going to learn in this 6 weeks class. So in this 6 weeks class, we are going to start from the total basics of Excel. Introduction to Excel to advanced Excel, right? We are going to talk about that. Then we are going to talk about over 50 Microsoft Excel formula. Over 50 Microsoft Excel formulas. We are going to talk about data validation with Microsoft Excel. How can you validate data, right? How to work with dates and time. How can you work with dates and time data sets? Data cleaning with Microsoft Excel formulas, right? Which formula can you use to clean your data? How can you use a formula to join two things together, right? Right? How can you use formula to join two data sets together? How can you use, we are going to learn over 50 Microsoft Excel formula, and in between these 50 Microsoft Excel formula, we are also going to use data cleaning formulas there, right? You are going to get from total basics of table, right? Microsoft Excel table, Microsoft Excel pivot table, from the basic to advanced. We are going to talk about charts. How can you work with charts? When do I use this type of chart? When should I not use this type of chart? Right? You need to know the type of chart to use and when not to use this type of chart. Slicer and timeline to make your dashboard responsive. How can I make my dashboard responsive? Using slicer and timeline, right? So we are going to talk about data manipulation, dashboard creation. How can you create a dashboard? What is a dashboard? A dashboard is a graphical representation of your data set, right? Forecasting with Microsoft Excel. How do we forecast? Different ways of forecasting with Microsoft Excel. How to create an amazing resume. Your CV, how can you create an amazing resume? Freelancing, which is what I do, right? You know, this is my field, right? I do freelancing every single day. So freelancing, right? Portfolio creation. How do we create our portfolio? How can you have something that looks like this? And how can you create an Upwork account? Because it's not so easy. You can't just say, okay, you want to create your Upwork account and you just create it, right? If I go to my own Upwork account now, I'm going to ask me to log in. Actually, let me see. It's waiting. All right, verify you're woman and I'm a human being. I'm not an animal, right? How can you create an Upwork account that looks like this, right? It's telling me to submit my identity because I want to withdraw something, right? Right now, it's asking me to submit my identity. Now, how can you create something that looks like this, right? I have 144 by connect right here. So how can I create something that looks like this? Data analyst, experts in Excel, VBA, Power BI, SQL, and Python. And you can see, I told you that I charge $15 per hour, right? You can see some of my recorded videos too are down here, right? Grouping data. How can I do something like this, right? How can I create something amazing? How can I create something like this that will captivate people's attention? How can I create it? We are going to talk about it in freelancing, right? Now, let's talk about it. Now, you are not just learning it in a live class, you're also going to get over 40 recorded video. All my classes, that all the recorded video that I talk about. You know, I said I used to sell it, right? So I used to sell the recorded video alone, but I'm going to give you in this 6 weeks live class over 40 recorded videos. And the recorded video is just a support, right? The class is a live class, live on Zoom every Friday and Saturday, starting from this Friday. Every Friday and Saturday, we are going to be in live class, starting from this Saturday, rather. So we are starting on Saturday, starting from this Saturday, right? Excel handouts and real life data sets. So you are going to be getting data sets, right? Data sets. You are going to be getting weekly tips because every single week you'll be coming to class. Now, this class is not for people that are lazy. If you are lazy, don't even bother to come to this class because you are going to get projects, you are going to get assignments, right? You are going to write tests, you are going to write exam. Even though you are going to create your own Fiverr account, you are going to create your portfolio, you are going to create your resume, you are going to create a lot of other things, right? So this is not for people that are lazy. If you are lazy, this class is not for you. And I'm not the only one that will even train you. You are going to be in class with other experts from Digital World Tech Academy, right? You are not just learning from me. You are going to meet other people too. Though I'm going to teach you, right? But I'm not just the only one that will teach you. You are going to meet other lecturers from Digital World Tech Academy. At the end of the program, you are going to get a certificate of completion because on your Upwork, you need to put a certificate, right? You need to put a certificate. So we are going to give you a certificate at the end of the program. At the end of the program. We're also going to talk about LinkedIn optimization training. We are going to do it in class. How to record, how can I record and sell my course? Right? Now I said I'm going to give you all my recorded videos. Right? How can on Excel, right? How can I record and sell my own course? How can you record it? How can you sell? How to apply and get remote jobs? Like I have 5 companies, like I have 3 companies that I'm working with, apart from Digital World, right? They are not in Nigeria. 3 different companies that I'm working with that are not in Nigeria, right? How can I get remote jobs? I got most of the remote jobs from this place. People that I've worked with, right? People that I've worked with, and now they want me to work with their company, right? Right? How can I get that? How to get a remote job, and you can work with me directly. You can work with Digital World Tech Academy directly, because there are days like this where I get a lot of projects from my Upwork account, from my Fiverr account, and I can't do it alone. I gave it to my team, right? There are sometimes I gave it out to my students to work on it for me, right? And at the end, I'll pay them. So if I notice that you are good, right? You are very, very good with Excel, you don't even need to start getting your own project. I can be giving project from my own and give it to you, then I'll pay you, right? And you can also get project directly from Digital World Tech Academy. All right, so these are the testimonials of some of my students, right? These are the testimonials from some of my students. I'm coming. Yay, God, I just showed you. Now, how much do you think I should charge you for this? I want to ask you a question. Now, the actual price here is 40,000 naira if you're in Nigeria. Now, 400 Ghana cedis, and if you're in Cameroon, it's 14,000 sefa. But because you are here till now, right? Because you are here till now, I want to give a discount. So I want you people, this is what I do to make my own money, right? This is what I do to make my own money, right? So whether you pay me or you don't pay me, I still have I can still make my own money. And I still make my own money because someone just paid me for a project that I did yesterday. If you remember, I said yesterday I was in the office from 12 till 5. I was working on the project and they paid me. So I make my money every day just by working on projects, right? And I also have my own business. Now, let's forget about this money that I put here now, right? How much do you think? I have 1 minute. If you answer within 1 minute, let me see. How much do you think I should charge you for this live class? 6 weeks class. How much do you think? I have 1 minute before I decide. Let's talk. The actual price is 40,000. Someone said 10K. Someone said 5K for what? 5K for what? Someone said 20K. 10K. Okay, 10K. 5K because you'll be many. I'm not taking a lot of people. Okay, I'm waiting for others. 5K, 10K. All right. Now, I'm not taking a lot of people. I'm just taking the very first 15 people that will pay only 10,000 naira to join this class. Now, note, this is not the money that I charge for my own premium class, right? If you are coming for my one-on-one class, I'll tell you right here, it's 300 to 400K. That's how much I collect because I don't even have much time to train you, right? Because I don't have much time. So if you want me to take you one-on-one, I charge 300 to 400, right? So 10,000 naira for the first 15 people that will pay before the end of this webinar. Just 15 people. Just 15 people. Just 15 people. That will pay 10,000 if you're in Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, it's just 100 Ghana cedis. And if you're in Cameroon, it's just 4,000 sefa, right? Now we have 15 minutes before the webinar ends. 15 minutes before the webinar ends. So I'm just taking 15 people, right? 15 people within 15 minutes. Wow, that's good. 15 people. Now, what are these 15 people going to benefit? They are going to benefit LinkedIn Optimization Masterclass, right? How to record and sell your first online course. Remote job success guide. How do I get my own remote job? Right? How do I get my own remote job? Immediately after this webinar, I have to resume somewhere else online. I don't leave my house, right? I have to resume. So it's every Friday and Saturday for the next 6 weeks. So if you're in Nigeria, you pay into Money Point, Digital World Tech Academy online, right? 5495599122. This is for Nigeria. If you're in Ghana, you pay into Voda Cash, right? They need Kaposo. This is the account number. If you're in Cameroon, you pay into Momo, right? This is the account number. Now, let me go back. How do I get my own remote job, right? How do I get my own remote job? You are also going to get my recorded video on complete Microsoft Word course, right? On complete Microsoft Word course and also complete PowerPoint course. Now, once you make your payment, you drop your payment proof in the group. Now, note, time is going. We have just 13 minutes left. Just 13 minutes left. Now, you drop your payment proof in the group. Now, once you drop your payment proof in the group, you will get a registration form. You fill the registration form. Make sure that you fill the correct information in the registration form. You fill the correct information in the registration form, especially your email, because you are going to receive a mail that looks like this, which will contain your receipts. You will see receipt for data analysis from Digital World Tech Academy, right? From Digital World Tech Academy. Now you can see here, you can see right here. So you will receive a receipt, right? You receive a receipt that looks like this. Now you will see your login detail, email, and password. So all you just have to do is click on Study Data Analysis. So once you click on Study Data Analysis, this will take you to where you are going to log in, right? Let me click on, you can see, this is going to bring you here, right? So you will log in. Another way to get here is, if you go to Digital World website, Digital World Tech Academy, if you go to our website, just click on Student Login. It's going to bring you to the same page. You can see, it's going to bring you to the same page, right? So your login details will be part of what you are going to receive, right? So all you just have to do is click on Login. All you have to do is click on Login. So for me, you can see I have 3 courses right here, but for you, you are going to have 1 course, right? So just click on My Course. Now, once you click on My Course, I have video editing, I have digital marketing, and I have data analysis. So you are going to have data analysis right here. So just click on Study. So once you click on Study, you can see this, you have access to this recorded video. So if you click on Play, let's play it.
Come to the data analytics masterclass.
You can start going through this one before your class on Saturday. Before your class starts on Saturday. This is another one, Introduction to Excel, right? So
aspects, formula, the pivot table, and every other point. It's just, I think it's just one formula.
So you can see right here, right? You can start going through this. And if you notice,
these projects, charts, just, they are all
so you can see it's just right here, right? This introduction to Microsoft Excel. You are going to start from the total basics, right? But note, this video is just a support. It's just what? A support. The class is a live class. Everything that is here is what you are still going to learn. Now, these 15 people are going to get extra bonus. They are going to get my full data analysis course, which include Power BI. But we are not covering it in the live class. In the live class, what we are covering is Excel. But in the recorded video, they are going to get Microsoft Power BI. Now, we have 10 minutes left for the first 15 people. They are also going to get MySQL, right? They are also going to get MySQL. Pick it in the group. It has been dropped in the group, right? Apart from that, they are also going to get bonuses. How to create a portfolio, how to upload project on portfolio, how to create a resume, LinkedIn optimization, freelancing, right? Is right here. It's going to be part of what you are going to get, right? And also, you are going to get my recorded classes on Python Essential, right? These are the bonuses you are going to get if you are part of the very first 15 people. The class is starting on Saturday. The class is starting on Saturday, right? By 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time. It's every Friday and Saturday. And the class is starting on Saturday. Every Friday and Saturday. All right, I'm waiting for people. If you have a question now, let me take your question. The account number for payments. If you are in Nigeria, you pay into Digital World Tech Academy Online, 549559, right? 1922 if you are in Nigeria. If you are in Ghana, you pay into this Voda Cash account. If you are in Cameroon, you pay into Momo, right? So we have 10 minutes, you have 8 minutes left before the price goes back to 40,000. So let me take a question. If you have a question now, let me take a question. Let me take your question. Let me take your question. Let me take your question. If you have a question, let me take your question. Let me take your question. All right. I'm in Nigeria. Please drop the account here. You can pick the account number from the group. You can pick the account number from the group. Also, the account number has been dropped in the group. You can pick it from the group, right? You can pick it from the group. The account number has been dropped in the group. So once you make your payment, you drop your payment proof in the group. We have 8 minutes left. We have 8 minutes left. We have 8 minutes left, right? We have 8 minutes left. Okay, I'm seeing some payments here. We have 8 minutes left. And I think we are left with how many people? Maybe 7 to 8 people left. We have just 7 to 8 people left. Are we going to have the PDF file for the class? You are going to get a practical data set. It's a live class. This is not where we are going to give you a textbook that you are going to read. No, there's nothing like theory. You are going to be getting PowerPoint slide. Everything is in slide. So you are going to be getting the slide for each class. So let's say today we talk about freelancing. You are going to get PowerPoint slides on freelancing. Tomorrow, we talk about LinkedIn optimization. Let me show you some of the slides you'll be getting after. Now, we are not just giving you everything at once. We are not giving you everything at once. So the days we are talking about LinkedIn optimization, you are going to get LinkedIn optimization slide. The days we talk about portfolio creation, you are going to get portfolio creation slide. The days we are talking about intro to Excel or intro to data analysis, you are going to be getting the slide one by one. You can see data analysis overview, you are going to get the slide. We are not just going to give you all the slide at once. No. After each class, you can see Excel workbook basics, right? After each class, you will be getting the slide. And you can see these are some of my slides for data science. So if you are in data science class, you also know that after each library, you will be getting your slide, right? You'll be getting the slide. So that is how it works. Not that we are going to give you everything at once. Okay, go and read. No. After each class, you'll be getting the slide for everything. The class is for 6 weeks. The class is a 6 weeks program. So we have 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. And we have about 5 people left to make payment. We have about 5 people before the price goes back to 40,000. Now, this money that I'm giving you, right, is just a commitment fee. On a normal day, if you are coming, let's say you are not coming from a bonus class like this bonus that I'm doing, let's say you just message me that you want to join this 6 weeks class, it's not even 40,000. I brought it down to 40,000 because we are in a webinar, right? But if you are coming out of a webinar, let's say you just send me a DM that you want to join my Excel class, right? Excel monetization class, right? It is 55,000. That's the amount I charge. You can message any of the admin. They will tell you it is 55,000, right? It is 55,000. Now, note, after this webinar, if you are coming to me that you want to join the class, the price will go back to 40,000. Then if you are coming on Thursday, on Friday that you want to join, the price will go back to 55,000. That is the normal price I charge. It is 55,000 naira if you're in Nigeria. So you can convert that in Ghana. You can convert that to Cameroon. All right, let me take your question. Let me take your question. Let me take your question. So this money you are paying is just for the very first 15 people. And I have 4 minutes left before the window will close, before I finally close the door. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left. I have 4 minutes left. All right, I'm waiting for others. I'm waiting for your question. I'm waiting for your question. We have 4 minutes left. Just 4 minutes left. Just 4 minutes. 4 minutes left. I'm waiting for your question. If you have a question, please. If you have a question, I'm waiting for your question. All right, I'm waiting for your question. Please answer me. Sandra, what's your question? Sandra, please, is there a next badge? Because I'm right. Now, even you can join the class. If you miss the class, there will be recording. There will be what? There will be replay of that particular class. Apart from you accessing the LMS, right, which is this one, apart from you accessing the recorded video, which is this one, you will also have access to the replay of each class. So let's say you miss class on Tuesday, you will get the replay of that class. Right, Sandra, I'm answering you. So the best way, I don't know when the next batch will start, right? I have to meet with my team to know when the lecturers are all going to be available for the next batch, because I'm not just the only one that will be teaching you. We have other lecturers too. We have other lecturers too that will be taking you. Do you understand? So I will advise, if you can join this class, then after your exam, just go through the replays, right, and try to practice. And if you have any question, you can always reach out to the lecturer. Can I use my iPhone for this class? Yes, you can start with that. You can use that for your Fiverr account, for your portfolio creation. But by the time you are getting into Excel, you can't use your laptop. You can't use your phone. I'll advise you can join the class, but before the end of the class, try as much as possible to get yourself a laptop. Do you understand? Try as much as possible to get yourself a laptop. No, the class continue on Saturday. So we can start making money. Yes, if you put in the work. Not that you will not put in the work and you are expecting money. No, no, this is not a get rich quick scheme. You can see me myself. I also apply for projects, right? I apply for project. I have the account. I can see my availability badge is turned off now. Why? Because I'm working on a project. So if you are ready to put in the work, you will start making money. You can start making money if you are ready to put in the work. Let me clarify it. I'm not selling a get rich quick scheme. No. No. If you are ready to apply for projects and work on it now, this class will give you freedom, right? Because for me now, if not that I have my own personal business I'm running, which is Digital Water Academy with my partner, right? I don't have to work for any, I don't even work for organization, right? I don't work for people, except my remote jobs. And 3 hours, 4 hours, that's what I do. 3 hours, 4 hours, I'm done with them. They'll pay me my money. They pay me hourly, right? They pay me hourly. So if I spend 3 hours, they are going to pay me for 3 hours. If I spend 4 hours, they are going to pay me for 4 hours, right? And I do it mostly at night, because most of the companies are not in Nigeria. So during our own night, they are in the day event. You understand? So I work mostly at night. So during the day, if I'm not training, I'll be in the office working on my projects. So if you are ready to put in the work, let me say it again. If you are ready to put in the work, then you will make your money. That is if you are ready to put in the work. Now our time is up. 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 Time up, time up, time up, time up. I shall attend to your question. Yes, there's this for now. Mr. Olushola, please send me a DM. Please send me a DM. Please send me a DM, Mr. Olushola. Please send me a DM. Please send me a DM. We can talk on phone. What time is the class? It's every Friday and Saturday, but we are starting on Saturday. So this Saturday is 8:30 Nigerian time, the same time with Cameroon, 8:30 to 10, right? And if you're in Ghana, it's 7:30 to 9, right? It's 7:30 till 9 p.m. every Friday and Saturday. But the class will start on Saturday. All right, that's that about that. Our price has gone back up. Yeah, sure, you can save my contact now. You can save my contact. Feel free to reach out to me. We can talk on phone. You can reach out to me whenever you have any issue. That's not the problem. That is not the problem. All right. Our price has gone back to 40,000 naira. The price is now 40,000 naira. The price is now 40,000 naira. Please, the price is now 40,000 naira. That's the price. Now, because I said before the end of the webinar, right? What do you guys think? Should I give you more time? Do you think I should give you more time or we should just close it? What do you think? Do you think I should give you more time or we should just close it? 30 minutes more or 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes? Which one? Tomorrow morning. Ah, wow. Mr. Clement, you said tomorrow morning. Okay, what about others? What about others? Everyone with sir. Are we waiting for the login details? Yes, you are going to get the login details within 24 hours. Within 24 hours, you are going to get your login details to log in, right? Within 24 hours. But make sure you fill the correct information. So after filling the form, you'll be added to the paid group, right? So in the paid group now, in the paid group, you will be in the paid group, that is where we'll drop the link to the class every Friday and Saturday. But our class is starting on Saturday, right? Which I should give me more. Okay, do you have virtual assistant class? No, we don't have class. You don't have my number. This is my number on the screen. This is my number here. Akim Abiodun plus 234 9116142614. This is my number. After submitting my receipt, so admin will confirm your payment. So send a DM to the person that confirm your payment. The person will send you the registration form. Once you fill the registration form, you'll be added to the paid group. So because I have some people that are saying we should give more time, so I'm going to give 24 hours, right? That is till tomorrow for you to pay the 10,000 naira. So after tomorrow, the price goes back directly to 55,000. Not more, not 40,000 anymore. The price goes back to 55,000, not 40,000 anymore. The price goes back to 55,000 naira. If you are in Nigeria, the price goes back to 55,000, and that will be around 550 Ghana cedis or 600 Ghana cedis, and that will be about 20,000 CFA for Cameroon, right? So that is that about that. Do we have any question before we call it a day? Is there any question from anybody? Do we have any question? Because I have to be in another place in a bit. Do you have any other question? Any question from anybody? So if you want to be part of these very first people that make payment, you can continue. If you have your money, you can make your payment tonight, right? So by tomorrow, you will get access to your LMS. All right. Any question? You're welcome, Mr. Clement. Thank you very much. Do we have any question from anybody? Do we have any question from anybody? Any question, any question, any question before we call it a day? Any question from anybody before we call it a day? Do we have any question before we call it a day? Any question? How will I receive my login detail? Your login detail will be sent directly to your email. I showed you that you are going to get a mail that looks like this, right? You are going to get a mail that looks like this within 24 hours. You are going to get a mail that looks like this, right? Within 24 hours, then your login details will be there. You can click on Study Data Analysis or go to Digital World website, digitalworldtech.academy, right? So just click on Student Login, then your login detail will be part of the mail you are going to receive. So you can just use it to log in. All right, I think that is that for tonight. Feel free to send me a DM if you have any question at all, whatsoever the question may be. Feel free to send me a DM. You can even give me a call if you have any question. You can give me a call, right? You can give me a call if you have any question. You can give me a call. I'll be there to answer all your questions. So thank you very much. I really appreciate all of you for joining tonight's class. How many people am I going to see in class on Saturday? How many people, if you know you've made payments and I'm going to see you in class on Saturday, say aye. How many people am I going to meet in class on Friday? Let me see. I'm not expecting much people. Okay, we have 2 people. All right, that's great. Just 2 people. Is it just 2 people? All right. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem. I wish to see all of you in class on Saturday by 8:30 p.m. Nigerian time, 8:30 p.m. Ghanaian time, right? So if you have your payment, you can make your payment tonight. So by tomorrow, you will get access to your elements, right? You get access to your elements. Is it Friday? It is every Friday and Saturday, but we are starting on Saturday. The class will start on Saturday. Do you get it? The class will start on Saturday by 8:30. The class will start on Saturday by 8:30. All right. That is that for today. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate all of you and hope to see you in class again on Saturday by the special grace of God. Hope to see you in class on Saturday by the special grace of God. Thank you all very much. Okay, before we go, do we learn something in today's class? Do we learn something in today's class? Yes or no? Okay, do we learn something in today's class? All right, that is good. That is good. Thank you all very much. Feel free to make your payment before the time goes up, right? Before we have the full house. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in class on Friday, on Saturday. Have a wonderful night rest. Good night and enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.